Hi everyone, welcome back to another video with Glameres Gourmet Recipes. What's on the menu tonight is red rice with sausage. So I hope that you all will enjoy this. So let's jump into it. The ingredients that you'll need would be white rice, tomato sauce, onion garlic powder, black pepper, and salt. And then I also use a little bit of sugar to offset a lot of the acidic taste that the tomato sauce has. This is the sausage that I normally buy, but you can use any kind of pork or beef or turkey sausage that you prefer. And then you'll need an onion. And normally I would add a bell pepper, but I don't have one right now. So this is perfect because y'all will see it both ways. The bell pepper would just enhance it if you add that to it. And then I normally use this Pyrex dish, and I bake this in the oven, but of course you could also substitute this recipe on the stove. You just need like a pot or something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So one of the first things I like to do anytime I'm using canned goods is rinse the top of the can off. I just don't know if it's gonna have any, I don't know, crazy stuff. So I'm gonna rinse that off. And then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven to 350 degrees. So I'm gonna go. So once you have your onions diced up just like this, you want to go ahead and cut up your sausage into little lengths. Well, I don't know if that's the right verbiage, but you want to chop those up. So I'm going to go ahead and I just took 3 little lengths out. So I'll chop those up and just show you how that looks. Alrighty, so now I'm getting ready to go ahead and just open up my can of my tomato sauce and start putting everything together. Alrighty. So what I love about this can of tomato sauce here is this is also going to serve as our measuring agent. So, with making this recipe, you want everything to kind of be in even portions. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and add in my sauce here. As you can tell, it's still sauce left over in the can. So I'm going to go ahead and just add some water in here and fill that up to the top. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and also pour this inside of the bowl, just like that. And I'm going to also use the same can to go ahead and measure my rice. So let me go ahead and do that as well. So now I have my rice also filled in the same can. So that'll give it even measurements for the tomato sauce, the water, and the rice. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour all of that rice in there. But as you can tell, some of the rice is still stuck there. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more water and just get out as much of that rice as possible. So, and then I'll also pour that in there as well. So now I'm gonna go ahead and stir everything in. That way it just mixes in all of the rice, the sauce, everything like that. So that's exactly how you want it to look, okay? So now what you can do is you can go ahead and add in your sausage and also add in your onions. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add in all of that, just like that. Okay. And once I have all of that added in, I'll show you how I season it. So I will be right back. All right, so I now have everything in the bowl. I have the onions, the sausage in there, the tomato and the rice, the tomato sauce, rice, and water. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna take one teaspoon, I don't know if it'll focus, yeah, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Let's see. And I'm going to pour that in there. I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of onion powder. and pour that in there. Really, you could take like a half of a teaspoon of black pepper because black pepper is very strong. So I'm just going to put in that much, and I'll pour the rest back in there because I don't want it to be too spicy. And then I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of salt. So those are my seasonings that I'm going to go ahead and put in there, and I'm going to mix everything around so that way it's evenly combined. Okay. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and take in a teaspoon of sugar because I want to offset all of that acidic taste from the tomato sauce, the pepper, onion, garlic powder, and salt. So I want to offset all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a teaspoon of sugar as well. So I will be right back. Okay. So now I have my teaspoon of sugar. So I'm going to add that in there. So now once I mix all of this in together, I'm going to go ahead and taste the tomato sauce because how it tastes right now is very important. Because once you bake it, that's it. You know, I mean, you can always go back and re-season it, but you want these flavors to really indulge in the rice. So I'm going to just taste it a little bit just to see how it tastes. Okay, so it tastes really good, but I want to still add a little bit more sugar. So I'm just going to go ahead and add another teaspoon of sugar. And this is where you just play around with it just to kind of make it taste to your liking. So let me go ahead and stir this around. Alrighty. So now let me taste this and see how this tastes. Okay, so that's still pretty good. I think I'm gonna add 1 more teaspoon of sugar. That onion and garlic powder, it really is strong. So I'm gonna add, and try it one more time. This is the 3rd spoon that I have this color. So we'll see how it tastes. Okay. And that to me is perfect. So you definitely want to go ahead and use those. And then of course, if you have a bell pepper, you can add that. You can also add any herbs or seasonings that you prefer to use. So I'll probably just leave it plain like this because I've made this recipe multiple times. Now I do have some bacon bits that I put on my salad that I could add in here, but I'm just going to keep it basic for right now. So now what I'm going to do is put the lid on here, and I'm going to place this in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. But what I'm going to do is once it's been in there for about 30 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and stir it around and just making sure that, you know, it's still evenly combining, because sometimes you still have to add a little bit of extra water to it. So I'll bring you all along. You'll see it in just a second. I'll be right back. Okay. So my rice has been in here for about 45 minutes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start stirring everything around and just making sure that everything cooks evenly. So what I'll do is, so you can tell that it's starting to cook, but the rice is not even done yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stir everything around. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is put the lid back on here. And I'm going to place this back in the oven for another 30 to 35 minutes. And by that time, it should be done. So I will be back once it's done. So this is the finished product of the rice. And the rice, you just want to really make sure that the rice is cooked. You don't want any crunchy rice. So you have the sausage here, the onions. Of course, you could add bell pepper and bacon in here. I just didn't have any of that tonight, but I still wanted to show you all the video. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just put the lid back on here and let it finish cooking outside of the oven. So again, the cook time for this recipe was about maybe an hour and 40 minutes or so in the oven. Of course, it'll cook much faster if you do it over the stove. But yes, this is one of my family favorites. It was a recipe shared or given or passed down to me from my husband's mom and grandmother, and they're from Savannah, Georgia. So this is some of the foods that they make back home. So yes, I hope that you all would try this recipe. This is just our red rice recipe with sausage, and definitely leave comments down below, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload my next video. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.